Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly oracle card reading. And for this reading, I'm using my brand new oracle deck. It's called the Wisdom Keepers Oracle Deck, and it's brand new because I got it in the mail yesterday morning, so it's really, really, really new. This isn't the first reading I've done with this deck. I did a couple for myself yesterday, but I'm so excited to work with this deck. It's a really special, unique deck. I think you're gonna like it. Okay, so I'm gonna draw 3 cards. Each card is gonna represent a segment of the upcoming week. And I just wanna get an overview of the week ahead and what kind of opportunities and energies are coming up for us. Okay, so the first card is gonna represent Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. And here we have inspiration. Okay. So beginning of the week, I feel like there's gonna be more of that inspiring energy. So there's more of a potential to feel inspired. It's a matter of kind of tapping into that and finding your own inspiration and finding kind of what inspires you. When you're inspired, you can, I mean, obviously, if you're a creative person, you know, you can create all kinds of things when you're feeling inspired. But inspiration is also about being inspired to take action in some way or being inspired to do something. And it can help you see different points of view. It can help you find solutions to problems that you may have previously thought were totally insurmountable. So when you're inspired, you're more creative, which helps you, see things differently and helps you find workarounds and solutions to things. So beginning of the week is all about inspiration and being inspired, looking for inspiration, feeling inspired. So if you feel stuck in a rut at the beginning of the week, look for inspiration. Now, there's all different ways to get inspired. I find, for me, one of the most inspiring things is to go to like an art store and look at paint and art supplies and stuff like that, or looking through like art magazines or something like that. I get a lot of inspiration and ideas for things that way. Another way is through reading books. Of course, media like books and movies and stuff can sometimes be one way that we find ideas and inspiration. But I think we have to be careful not to get sucked into that lull that media can be very hypnotizing. It can kind of do the opposite of inspiration. It can sort of make you kind of like lethargic and hypnotized, like you just want to absorb other people's creations and not create your own stuff. So inspiration, I guess the difference is that when you're feeling inspired, you feel like you have energy and you want to take action and do things. Okay, so the next card is going to represent Wednesday and Thursday of the upcoming week. And here we have enrichment. And I feel like I actually didn't talk a lot about some of the symbols on this card, so I might do that at the very end. Okay, so here we have the card of enrichment. And as I'm looking at this card, my attention is drawn to 2 symbols. One symbol is the eye on his third eye, and this little music note on his throat. And I feel like this card is really challenging you to choose activities and environments that are enriching for you. And by enriching, I mean, it's almost like, okay, you think about taking vitamins and supplements and stuff like that. Those things are gonna kind of help build you up or enrich your body. But think about doing things that enrich your soul or enrich your spirit. And think about what kinds of things that would be. So if eating good food is enriching for your body and is nourishing for your body, I guess nourishing is another word I associate with enriching. What kinds of things can you do in your life right now that would be nourishing and enriching? What would enrich your spirit or your soul? And only you know that answer, so I can't really give you suggestions. So that's kind of something you can, a homework assignment that you can kind of take away from this, and maybe brainstorm some ideas on, what kinds of things for you would feel enriching. And I'm going to come back to this card, but I want to move on to the last card, which is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, and here we have determination. So as you can see, these cards are kind of neat. I mean, you could do a lot of meditation with them, and you can spend a lot of time just looking at, one card, because there's so many symbols and each face has so much personality. And when you look into the eyes of these cards, it's like they kind of tell a story. So the last card is determination. And I feel like by the time you kind of wrap up your week, when you get to the end of the week, you've done a lot of work in the beginning of the week or in the middle of the week. So being inspired to take action and then enriching yourself, whether that's through taking classes, courses, workshops, reading, just spending time with particular people, getting outside your box. I think that's an important thing, is getting outside your comfort zones is one way that we can enrich ourselves. When we stay within our comfort zones, it doesn't so much happen. So you have to be very, I think, bold and brave. And this guy here, this dude looks pretty out there. He looks like he'd be pretty bold and pretty brave. And I think that's what you have to do in order to find that enrichment that really takes you to the next level. And then when we get to the end of the week, we have determination. And never underestimate what kinds of things you can achieve or where you can get to if you are very determined. And determination is not about willpower. It's not about that, because for me, when I first read that word determination, I feel kind of tired because it feels like a lot of work. It's not about that. It's about having this wonderful energy of inspiration. Determination without inspiration it's kind of useless. You're not going to go anywhere. That is kind of like willpower. It's tiring, it's exhausting, it's not fun. But if you've got inspiration behind that determination, there's really kind of nothing stopping you. So determination is about being inspired, so knowing, what's behind your actions, what's fueling you, what's moving you. And it's about holding a vision. So, if you have a goal or a particular thing in mind, holding that vision and making it personal, it has to have meaning. So your goals have to have meaning, personal meaning, and they need to make sense in the big picture. So this isn't about just, being determined to win something or fulfill some kind of shallow goal. It's not about that at all. It's about having a vision for yourself and having that vision make sense to you in your personal life, but also in kind of a planetary way. So having it fit into the big picture. I hope that I didn't kind of go off on a tangent there. Okay, so quickly zooming out and looking at all these cards together, I'm just gonna see if there's anything else that pops out. And please feel free to share some of your thoughts on these cards as well. I'm noticing, I think even just by looking at the third eye region on each of the cards, we've got some interesting symbols to work with. So we've got the lotus, I think that's a lotus, and then we've got the third eye. Here we've got a tree. It's not really the tree of life, but it's a tree. And I think it would be interesting to kind of just do the reading based on those three symbols and what they could mean. And I'm almost out of time. I'm looking at my camera. It's clicking down the seconds, so I don't have time to go into it. But I'll turn it over to you and see if you, looking at those three symbols on the third eye region of these faces, what do you come up with? What kind of meaning do you take from that? So my name is Kate. I'm from dailytarotgirl.com, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching. And once again, I was using the Wisdom Keepers Oracle cards, and I hope you have a wonderful week.